Hi guys, welcome back. So let's pick the squad that we think Warren Gatland is going to take to South Africa. It looks like it's 36 men, not 41 as I'd predicted before. And that's what really counts, isn't it? Who actually goes? Now, we had some fun. I predicted the squad that I think I would take to South Africa. You guys commented on that, put in your squads. It was great fun. I think the video's gone over 60,000 views. Check it above if you want to have a look at that. I put in a few controversial picks and omissions, good fun, and I picked my 15 I'd have picked out of that as well, so check those out before as well. But now, as it gets closer to revealing the coaches and ultimately the squad, let's play a little game. Let's predict the squad that we think Warren Gatland is going to take. So not you, not me, what you think is actually going to go. 36 names. I'm going to go through my 36 names. And when the squad is announced, let's come back to this. I'll go back and say how many I got right. And if you got more right than me, pop in the comments how great you are and how much better than me you are at predicting things. So that's the game. Should be fun. And of course, welcome to my new studio. Obviously, hashtag lockdown project, as most people have done little projects like this, haven't they? So let's give it a go. So Lions, 36-man prediction game. Here we go at loose head. So I'm going for Mako Vunipola, Cian Healy and Wyn Jones. Now, Mako's the controversial pick there. I think he'll take him just because he trusts him so much. He knows at his best he's amazing. Wasn't at his best in the Six Nations. A lot of the England players weren't, but I think he's going to take a punt on that one. Cian Healy for his strength of his scrummaging and his experience. And I think the performances of Wyn Jones just cannot be ignored. Plus the Welsh connection potentially. That means probably Sutherland is the big name that misses out there. Okay, into hooker. Cowan Dickey, Jamie George, Ken Owens. So 2 English, 1 Welsh. I think you will have really liked the way that Cowan Dickey played for England, the impact, and then the 2 consistent starters, if you like, potentially. Jamie George and Ken Owens, very experienced, guys he trusts and knows really well. Jamie George, even though again he was a bit off form in the Six Nations, he may chalk it down to the Saracens factor. He knows what he's done for him in the past, and I think he's going to take him. So those 3 hookers for me. That means all the Scottish hookers miss out. Herring misses out from Ireland, for example. So that's the way I think he'll go. And rounding out the front row selections, I think he's going to take Carl Sinclair. I think he's going to take Tyke Furlong. I think those 2 are pretty much nailed on anyway. And the guy I think he's going to take is Andrew Porter as well. I thought he was very impressive for Ireland. That means the Scottish prop, Xander Fagerson, misses out. Francis misses out from Wales as well. That's very close. He may well take Francis. But I've just got a feeling he's going to go for the 2 Irish guys with Carl Sinclair. So those are my 9 front rowers, 3 from each position. I don't think that's going to change much. There's my second row, straight in there. I think he will take a Toje. I definitely think he rates him. He's got many critics out there. He's not perfect for sure. And I do think he seriously considers him potentially as a big 6 in South Africa. I know a lot of you guys don't like that idea, but I think it's an option. Also, I think he'll take the 2 Irishmen of Henderson and James Ryan. I think he rates those guys highly, especially Henderson. Johnny Gray, I think, will go. His performances for Scotland have been very consistent, very strong, very reliable. A sort of guy you could build your team around. Very similar to Alan Wyn Jones, who I think absolutely will go. And I think he will be Warren Gatland's captain. That means the English trio of Laws, Launchbury, maybe Cruz, they miss out. Although Borthwick may well be the Lions coach, the rumours are going. Maybe he would try and push for one of those guys, maybe a Cruz as a bit of a bolter potentially. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think. I think those 5 are the ones going. Back row, 7 names in the hat here. I think he takes both of the English guys of Curry and Underhill. He's seen what they can do in the World Cup. Sure, Underhill hasn't been playing a lot recently, but no, he's back fit now, and I think he goes Curry and Underhill. Now, in that slot there, CJ Stander, that would have been the slot maybe that Billy Vunipola goes on, but his form has been so drastically poor. I just don't think Warren Gatland will take the punt on him. He didn't get to play him in the Lions in the end, so he hasn't got that experience of what he's like. Stan has been very reliable, really good performances. I think he goes, plus he can play the big 6 role as well. Hamish Watson's a guy that many pundits out there think's going to miss out because of his size, but his performances speak for themselves. Consistently amazing. I think he's going to be picked. I hope so anyway. Otherwise, there's going to be riots up in Scotland. Ty Byrne, I missed out there. I think he goes as well. Again, goes probably as a back row, plus can play second row. Amazing performances, plus that big back rower. Very useful. And then Faletau and Tipuric, I think, absolutely nailed on for sure. Those are my 7 back row. That means Navidi misses out closely. Ritchie misses out those 2 6s. Okay, on to scrum half. I think he's going to take Ben Youngs. He knows what Ben Youngs can do, and I do think the Lions, Gatland will want a lot of kicking options. A lot of kicking options. Youngs gives you that. Murray gives you that. And they're experienced. I think he's going to go for both of them. And then as his kind of, not wild card, but his impact player, Thomas Williams, is the talent, I think, of the rest of them. So he goes, which means maybe a Price misses out, being unlucky there. But I think he goes for Youngs. Let me know what you think. And I think he's going to stick to his traditional 2 fly halves. And I'll tell you why in a minute. I think he'll take Sexton. Age-wise, injury-wise, it may be a bit of a risk, but he's playing really well. And again, that experience, that kicking game, that goal kicking, same with Dan Biggar. I think he'd be very confident starting them at fly half for the Lions. And that's why I don't think he's going to take Finn Russell or George Ford. I just don't think he'd be as confident saying, have the keys to the Lions to those guys. Plus, I think the style of game that the Lions are going to play probably suits Sexton and Biggar better, as it does Owen Farrell. And I think he'll take him as a centre, because that's where he's been playing for England, and absolutely as his third 10. Maybe as a, I don't know, might take him as a first choice 10, I don't know. But experience, kicking game, I think he's going. A lot of guys missing out in this centre slot. You can see there, Jonathan Davis, a big name that's not there. I just don't think he can ignore the bad form that Davis has been on compared to where he's been in the past. Tuolangi, we haven't seen him yet coming back from injury. It's probably too late, to be honest. He has seen Jonathan Davis, but I think it's shown him that he's not quite what he was. And the big name to miss out from there, which I had taken in my squad, was Harris. I think he would take Slade for his kicking game, his versatility. Ringrose maybe nudges ahead of Harris as well, and what he's done in the past. Henshaw, I don't think you can ignore his amazing form. And George North is an amazing pick. He's picked him in all his Lion squads before. Plus, he's now been playing so great at 13. And, of course, he can cover wing. And they're always going to be a little lighter on the back 3 normally, or centres, one of the 2. And he can cover both. So he's a good pick in every option. And he gives you the power wing option, which is why I think the likes of Van der Merwe's going to miss out. Very close in the back 3. Watson, I think, will go. Very reliable. He knows him well. Can play 15. Hogg's been too good to ignore. And a lot more reliable than he was in the past, I think. I think for that reason, he'll take Earls. So reliable. Great under the high ball. Great the chase. Great everywhere. Really experienced. Top of his game. He would trust him. Absolutely trust him in a Lion shirt. Same with Williams. And the only one bolter really in that back 3 is Lewis Rees-Zammit. His form just amazing. He could have taken a Van der Merwe or a May, but I think he's the guy in form, and he'll take him as the kind of inexperienced guy, because there's plenty of others there with loads of experience who can back him up, no problem. So that's my team. That's my 36-man squad. Let me know what you think. Who would you take? So this is the game. You put your 36-man squad down. No more, no less. You can have as many of any position as you want. And then when the squad comes out, we'll count them all up and we'll see who wins. I think 6th of May is when the squad comes out. And we'll see if you win, if I win. Either way, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll catch you next time.